Well, my mixed martial arts career got started when I was 8 years old. Uncles in Mexico started watching the whole Bruce Lee thing and fighting amongst themselves, and they just became obsessed with it. They wanted to start their own gym, karate, and that's how it all began. At that age, I started messing around with them, and then it got serious, boxing, karate, and that's how it all got started, basically. WFC gave me my first chance to fight. I was an up-and-coming fighter looking for a fight. WFC reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to fight in one of their Lofton cards, and that's how I became familiar with WFC. Coming to the fight, the training was very intense. I knew it was going to be my first fight in representing Couture. I had to put a big show for myself and for everybody else. Of course, there was nervousness, but I knew I was ready. From the coaches that I have, Dennis Davis, Kui Kanoho Gonzalez, Eric Nixick, bringing me, and every sparring partner that I had. Once that night came along for the fight, and they closed that cage, that's when it all became real, and all my training came into play. We didn't hear anybody else, just heard my coach, and from there on it was a first round knockout, and I was very happy with that. Well, my upcoming fight was against another individual, but he pulled out. Unfortunate. Don't know the reason why, but now they got me another fighter from Arizona. Don't know anything about him, but that's no big deal. My training right now with Couture again, now that they brought in Robert Fallas, Dennis Davis as a head coach, Kui, my striking coach, and then Eric Nixick, and all the great sparring partners that I have that are getting me ready for this fight. It really doesn't matter who they put me up against. Whatever their score, whatever their record is, I'm ready for it. What it means to me to fight for WFC downtown is it's one of the biggest things in my career. My second fight coming into this, and then already fighting in Vegas, hometown crowd, family, friends, and just representing Vegas, and just fighting in the mecca of the capital, fighting capital. It's just the best feeling ever, and knowing that I'm going in at 100% with Couture behind me the whole time, so it feels great. What motivates me to fight is I've been an athlete since a little kid, and my family has always pushed me to be the best that I can be. But when my motivation kicked into high gear was in 1997, when I was hit by a car head-on on a motorcycle. The doctor basically was pronouncing me dead and called my family to the hospital to say goodbye, their last goodbyes to me. The doctor looked at me and said, "I know you've been an athlete all your life, but you will never lift 5 pounds ever again or do any kind of sports." So every day when I woke up after that day, I said that's not going to be my life. And I went on to compete on bodybuilding, squatting 600 pounds. So when I felt my body to be able to withstand kicks and punches, I went back full force into fighting. And my motivation has been that every morning when I get up is somebody telling me I can't do it. And now it's my motivation to keep fighting. I love getting up in the morning and knowing that I'm going to go against somebody, and just life in general. It just gives you an outlook on how to view life. Any obstacle that's given to you, you go ahead and take it. My partners, sparring partners, my coaches, just getting up every morning, my family, just fighting in general with all of them. That's my passion. I love fighting. It's weird to say that, but I love fighting. When my ruptured aorta, collapsed lung, ruptured spleen, when I face an opponent, it's like I'm facing that same obstacle again. That's not going to keep me down. That opponent's not going to keep me from what I need to be at, and that's in the top. Basically, that opponent is in my way to where I need to get, and he's the man telling me that I can't make it. So I am going to run through him, and that's my motivation. This is Robert Jimenez, Rob the Pitbull, out of Extreme Couture, fighting for WFC 19, downtown Vegas, on March 23rd. Again, come and watch me put a beat down on March 23rd for WFC 19.